the fact that, light, the fastest thing in the universe, is so slow compared to like
honestly,
how big the universe is. It is pathetic. It's like a snail, and you just, like our closest star, it would still take 4.5 years just to send a message. 9 years to get one. You'd be waiting 9 years to get a response.
Dude, like it's been left on red forever. Like it's just like it'll be the slowest, most drawn out conversation we would ever be part of, is trying to connect. And it's interesting. I've had chats with people working in this field, but also you're thinking about there's this, physical cap on communication, which is the speed of light, right? Which, as you said, like is a snail's place in the galaxy. Like people who claim to, explore ideas of telepathy and that kind of stuff, like this telepathy, if it does exist, does that happen at the speed of light? Are there ways that, I don't believe personally in telepathy, I haven't seen that kind of stuff, but it really is this question, like how can there are any ways around this, universal constant of the speed of light when we are, thinking about intergalactic, like either in our galaxy or even between galaxy communication, like wormholes, ways to bend time space, like there's, we really have to think outside the box, because otherwise we're stuck in a very, very slow conversation, right?
Well, I mean, my guess would be like a wormhole would be realistic, like the most realistic option, despite the fact it's very unrealistic of those things, and we don't know if it's possible. It could cause like a paradox to destroy the universe. But like, I guess, that's just like how it is. But I find it interesting that like, I feel this, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same. It's like we don't want to be alone. There's something about, you can think about this on like a personal level of like, if you're suffering from some condition, right? Like it's always better to know there are other people out there in the same boat as you, and you share an experience. In fact, it's not even like through suffering, even like a happy moment, like you need to tell people about it. It in a way, sharing an experience makes it valid, makes it real. And on a large scale, like us humans, like while we can talk about this with each other, philosophy, we can't compare notes with people who have, while cultures are different to some degree, like in the grand scheme of things, like it would be great to compare notes with an alien civilization and just be like, did you guys kind of come to a conclusion about God? And they might be like, no, what? Like,
why would we?
Isn't it obvious? Like, whatever. So to me, like, I guess that's kind of why, like, is that feeling of being alone is scary.
But I think that as much as I agree, it'd be amazing to have conversations like this with someone from a totally alien, culture. Because at the end of the day, like all of our, like humans, like very different, across the world, and we're all kind of the same, right? We're all got the same, like neurological wiring. We all have roughly the same emotions. We all have roughly, like the idea of like God or a higher power pops up in every culture, really. Even cultures that, again, it's this convergent evolution, right? Cultures that were separated for hundreds of thousands of years, still had ideas about high powers and, supernatural forces coming in
and music as well.
Music, and like love and
facial expressions. You've just brought up a little thing I love, not to interrupt, but I find it really interesting, like what is common about humans cross-culturally, because it sort of says something about like who we are genetically, like what is sort of written in our DNA. So things like existentialism and curiosity and music, these are all like these aren't cultural inventions, despite how cultural they may seem. They're like truly written in us to be like that, which I've always like I know I always like think that's so cool, because we do like to sort of figure out ways of dividing ourselves, but these kind of feel like the crux of like what it means to be human, and like we all share it.